And philosophy for Nietzsche, like morality, as you would see from your reading Beyond Good and Evil, is really a kind of defense mechanism. Philosophy, like morality, is one of the many ways for Nietzsche in which we hide from ourselves the truth that there is no truth. The truth that God is dead. The truth that truth is finished.
The dialectic of the individual and the collective in small cultures is different from that of the big cultures.
This exaggerated love of your culture, this, who needs to defend Shakespeare? But, Ionesco and Evocative and lots of other small culture artists need to be defended and need to be shown up.
First, I'd like to begin with a short plot summary, and then turn to the movement of aesthetic modernism of the late 19th and early 20th century, and its relation to Virginia Woolf's novel. And then I'd like to conclude with a look at the modern experience of women, and using the term women rather than woman on purpose, as described in this novel.
Value is this attractive side of morality, let's say. Nor is the restrictive side. Okay? So, morality is not all values.
When she was done, she walked away, we all laughed, and he couldn't finish his thought. He just started.
You told me differently. You said that she got on the bike and left.
Well, she came back. She came back 5 minutes later.
What I like about the book were the little details and the psychology of the characters. And then after listening to your talk, I really like how you try to put together his ambition to philosophy of history to see what causes events with Tolstoy's ability to bring up all the little details, because his point would be every detail is important. There are no superfluous details.
The way he reads it is like he wants to project it. That's why he thinks about that all the time. I mean, there, in society, there are not these special events. Is that because the expectation of history ought to be, or is that the vision for what to be done?
And although the Rostovs are calm and aristocrats as well, they are not very rich. They are okay, but they are not very rich. At the end, they basically have some kind of bankruptcy because of that father. But Pierre and Andrei's family, they are extremely rich. And Pierre's fortune is one of the biggest fortunes in the country.
He just likes the way he lives.
You missed the structure on battlefield. I don't agree with this either, because also here again the narrator or the off voice comes and explains us where we are and in which year, which situation, which groups are battling, and we even have
France, for instance, here.
But you said that look, at least you have action. I mean, there is action in the battle scene, so actually,
I think there are two different parts of action.
Where Russia is great, is this moralizing a ground to critique the film for? Or perhaps Tolstoy now?
I think it is.
Yes.
And along the same lines, you can't really call this moralizing War and Peace because in that judgment said it was very photographic. It's just a description. It's not. It doesn't really put a value on the war. It just shows people. Does how people die and how people fall in love.
How does this work in Tolstoy's second novel, which you all read with such careful attention today? Let's look at page 1306. I hope you all have a similar copy.
And it's continuously unfolding according to God's will, and we can't understand it because it's a mysterious way.
Okay, so that at some point there will also.
But at some point it does reach a destination, if I'm not misunderstanding it.
The thing here that is giving someone that even if there is some end to it, if you pretend that you don't know it, which in reality you really don't know it, you let your own self, you can play with your imagination, you can actually problem instead of concentrating on something, it's all limit yourself, and then you begin or actually.
Some of the persons in the novel, they just, they let themselves scare with when he marries Helen. He just, it just happens to him. He has no free will. He just sort of goes with the flow.
So would that be then one of these laws of human nature? Where is his free will there?
There's not really any free will because he doesn't really want to.
Here you see one and the other part and another part of the chain, and here is a particular amino acid to histidines, and here's the heme group with the iron in the middle and the heme group together with its surrounding binds and oxygen also.
Just say something. I'm filming.
Okay, we have a trip today with Fatima to the National Gallery. This is here in Castle Charlottenburg, and we are having a look at the exhibition of Gospel which are romantic pictures.
We already have discussed that in our lecture with Fatima. This picture is called The Reason the Work, and it was painted around 1830 to 1835. Very interesting, here in the museum we can actually see something we were studying. It's better than the slides.
Okay.
And there are pictures by Schinkel, the architect, and yeah, I like them.
Stay with him, Nick, stay with him.
Yeah, one thing.
Michael.
Back.
Nice. It's down, go with it. No!
Now, what do you expect of ECLA?
I expect from ECLA to learn about what is to make a difference of the state-run university. So the little groups, the very intensive work.
Well, we shall start. Today we shall visit the old town and the main city. Also, meine Damen und Herren, wir haben hier
die Kirche des Heiligen Jakob.
Ja, das stimmt. Okay.
For some, possibly for relatively many, the game and make-believe will become a phase leading to transformation in a true reader. After all, the status of the true reader signifies the perception of a book as a space for multidimensional conversation conducted at many levels. Raskolnikov raising the axe, the unknown from Strindberg play drawing signs in the sand. Such a world renders the competent reader innerly open, enabling him to tackle space and time, to discover his own place in a stream of time.
Die zweite Philosophie ist dann noch was anderes. Das interessiert aber keine zweite Philosophie. Und dann musst du dann irgendwie noch da irgendwas aufweisen. In the country, yes, in the country is a transformation.
No, it's just your speed.
We always had them in our university variety shop, and we had them right next to some other pill that helps you to go to sleep.
Especially Stefan!
Man is not free. Man is free! No, he's not free. Man is, I got it at last! Man is born free, but everywhere he is in chains. Oh, Jean-Jacques, would you mind helping me, freeing me from these shackles Pascal put on me?
Matrimony, the union of persons of two sexes based on pure inclination of the heart.
What? On inclination of the heart? Did I get it right?
Yeah, my dear soul, you did. Any objections to be made?
I thought it was money.
capacity to truck and barter, social respectability, Adam Smith's invisible hands.
Did Adam Smith have invisible hands? You are mixing things up, my dear. She's mixing things up.
Good topics.
But here it was that you really could have a different opinion, and somehow when you talked about it with our students and tutors, you formed your own opinion, and that is what I like most about it. It's there is a lot of reading, but there is also a lot of freedom in it. You can just discuss and find some new ways of looking at things. And I must say that I liked it a lot, because it's totally different.
I find it, we have been, for these 7 weeks, we've been exposed to an extremely stimulating environment. And I really appreciate that we had, I believe, one of the best scholars, which were extremely committed, and it's not very usual to find this kind of commitment, and extremely helpful. The friendships is another very important thing. You were saying that 50% is what we get from the other students, and that's true because there are many ideas.
I think the best tutorials tend to be ones where I was with a student who was wanting to defend the papers and often could react to my criticisms in very eloquent ways, such that the paper then actually was sort of raised up to a higher level. And although it may not have been in the paper, it was through the discussion that we figured out what was going on in a certain part, how to make the argument clearer, how to make it more logically cohesive. That maybe one paragraph makes more sense towards the end, another paragraph makes more sense toward the beginning, but maybe this didn't come up until we actually had the conversation. So in conversation, unexpected results, I think, are often some of the most exciting ones.
I'm proud of having been here. I mean, I feel like being distinguished, because it's really a great course. So.
For me, it's very enriching, and this experience. I definitely think that it contributed to my intellectual growth. I'm a completely new person after these 7 weeks. Every book that I read changed me in a way. I felt that.
Because with reading, being here, being kind of cut off the world, and forcing me to do the reading actually got me working in a way I've never done it before. And I was like...
I'm happy to see that you are exhausted, because that shows how hard we have been working this summer. It is, if I'm not completely mistaken, a pleasant, satisfying sense of exhaustion, because all of us have learned a lot. The students in particular have, as we know from reading learning diaries, from talking to all of you, grown intellectually and emotionally. And many of you have told me that you are no longer the same person.
I remind you and congratulate you, at the same time, I congratulate you because what you have worked on during this summer school, and we have just heard it, that you have worked hard, was aiming at the core of what the concept of university is all about. Searching for the not known, mostly unexpected.
We come to the discerning point that freedom has a value, has a substance, not only when we are free to choose, but when the choices make a difference.
And this project, Experiment Summer University ECLA, is, when you stop to think about it, a really remarkable occurrence. Because here, not only do you have individuals coming together out of totally independent personal lives, you have individuals from across the world coordinating their lives to converge in Berlin and spend 3 or 4 or 7 weeks studying great books in English. We lived together, worked together, ate together, slept together, stressed out together, and partied together. We will remember the lectures, discussions, painting and photography workshops, football, and gaping at our professors' dance at happy hour.
80-odd diplomas I had to sign in about 10 minutes, and in the end I got cramps in my right hand and I tried it with the left. It didn't work out.
Faculty we don't have enough words to say how happy we are and how proud we are to have participated in this first summer university program at the ECLA. We were very impressed with all the students here, which were incredibly enthusiastic and motivated.
And Zsofia Barna, would you come forward, Zsofi? Another Hungarian, Bea Belikzai. Would you come forward, Bea?
The next one goes to Lena Ekelund.
And the next one to Bernd.